We are live now. Jack got the last of his wiggles out, which is what you have to do with your toddlers before you go live. Are you feeling a little better, Jackie?
I am.
Good.
I like the word wiggle. It's a good word. It makes you feel good. It's Tuesday Bruise Day. Everybody better watch out. You get in my way, you're going to get bruised today. That's what Tuesday's all about.
Well, let's soften the blow a little bit and play the theme song.
All right.
Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack.
What was waiting for us on our doorstep today? The news.
Without me?
I usually bring on the doorstep last Thursday, the day you were here in this very studio.
Hey,
finally finished fumigating the place.
Do you have your hometown script?
I do.
Get with it.
I got it right here. Look at this.
Let's go. Locally owned and operated since 2016. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. Hang on. Let me get the graphic up here. Here we go. Go ahead. Or I'm going to go ahead?
Yes. You
cool.
Go ahead.
Okay. We planned this so well. This week's episode of the Jack Henke Show are brought to you by Hometown Heating, Air, and Electric, proudly serving our neighbors with honest, reliable comfort solutions right here in our community. Visit hometownheating.com to learn more. The word neighbors had a little scratch out on it, so I wasn't sure. But I'll get it better tomorrow. But that wasn't a bad read. I give myself a...
It wasn't good.
A B
Big comfort in hometown. Our friend Ken Tyler over there is the owner.
It's Tyler? That's Theileas.
I know.
It's Tyler. It's Tyler.
I know.
Okay, just checking.
I said Tyler.
I know you
Ken.
did, but I might not have. So I want to make sure.
He got hornswoggled by Maggie Dobson into being president of the chamber.
Yeah.
He got hornswoggled again into joining the Rotary. So
we hornswoggled him too. He seems to have a slight hornswoggle problem.
That's right.
That's very kind of him.
Yeah,
help out the friends of the Cedarburg Public Library. And if you have a business or organization or just a personal thing you'd like to get on our show, contact Jeff Messerman. He's a mensch here at the Cedarburg Public Library, and we'll find a way to get your message on this very show at 8 a.m. It's actually 8:05 a.m. here.
You should start a men's clothing line because you're so dapper.
I agree.
And call it menswear.
Menswear. That's actually pretty good.
I
hate it when he gets a good zinger out.
Pretty good. Who are you kidding?
It's pretty good. I'll take it.
Did you get the email I sent you like 7 minutes ago?
Something about mac and cheese.
Yes.
A little early for that, but I know. You go on there now? You want to do some mac and cheese?
Well, it's spectacular and it's so timely. It's a Black Friday story.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, here we go.
It is.
I don't know about being cool. It's actually kind of horrifying, but so this is out of QZ.com. I'm not sure what news outlet that is, Jack.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
It's a 65-inch novelty box of Kraft mac and cheese. It went on sale in black. They put it on sale. It's the shape of a big screen TV. That's why they put a 65-inch.
Yes,
and it was only $19.37. It went on sale at midnight on Black Friday. Sold out in seconds.
It did fly.
People were furious about it. Wow. What? 65.
It explains a lot about America right now at this snapshot in history.
When you open the thing, it's actually 65 boxes of Kraft mac and cheese. Are you a mac and cheese guy?
I like it. I don't love it. Like my kids have a deep passion for it, which I did not instill. So, it's the go-to. It's the parents' go-to. It's a parental if you can work really hard in the kitchen and make a really complicated bit of cuisine for your kids, and they'll go meh. But if you make mac and cheese, they're like yeah. So
That's crazy. It reminds me, though, of another good cause. Mel's Charities now has the Mel Mac back at Out and Out.
I saw that. I was there yesterday.
It started yesterday, and it's going through January, you buy a Mel Mac and you get to donate. Part of it goes to Mel's Charities.
For sure.
Speaking of charities, it is, you know what day it is?
Something about Bruise Day, I hear.
Tuesday's Bruise Day. I'm going to take it a little softer today with a little lighter touch because that's how I always am. Today is Giving Tuesday.
That's true.
It's a perfect day, you know, after eating and shopping on Black Friday and shopping online. Mm-hmm. And now it's time to turn around and maybe drip a little like guilt out of your conscience and do a little Giving Tuesday. One of our favorites is Mr. Bob's Under the Bridge.
Ooh, can I play the video? I'm ready. It's queued up.
Oh, yes, please. If you're wondering what to give, first of all, real quick, Mr. Bob's helps the homeless in Milwaukee, and people often have questions about what to donate or what kind of shape things have to be. This is an excellent how-to guide. It's a little fun, but it gets you involved in this video. So if you
delivered
would, please.
by the messengers. You don't want to mess with these messengers,
right?
These are teenagers.
Yes, this is for Mr. Bob's Under the Bridge.
Here it comes.
What not to donate?
Ripped or stained items. Would you want to wear this? I don't think so. So don't donate it. Adult diapers.
Bed pads? No, thank you. If you want to donate things like this, please bring toddler diapers, pads,
Tampons and wipes.
These fancy items are great, but not what our friends are in need of.
Personalized items and coats like these are not what we're looking for. But during the winter months, coats like this are better suited for our friends.
Don't donate overused, stained, or dirty. Clean your clothes before you donate them.
Our friends wouldn't appreciate
opened or pre-used hygiene
or expired items.
Home decor like plants, space heaters, fans, or anything of that nature. Please check out our website to see what qualifies for donation.
Who wouldn't wear it? Our friends wouldn't wear it. So please don't donate it.
Excellent job.
There we go.
And there are other good causes like Family Sharing of Ozaukee County can accept like the home items. Not all, and they have to check with them as well. Right. But it's clothes, hygiene, money. That's what they need, and it's great. Also, there is another event for Mr. Bob's Under the Bridge coming up February 1st. They just unveiled this. Mm-hmm. Cheers to Charity at Lion's Tail Brewing to benefit Mr. Bob. Sunday, February 1st, 2026. It's in Wauwatosa on North Avenue from 2:30 to 5 p.m. 2:30 to 5:30 p.m.
Okay.
So they're finding different ways to get the community involved and have, it's not all just give. It's have some fun and meet the people who are involved with this as well, which is a great idea.
I mean, their reach is obviously beyond Ozaukee County if they're having an event in Wauwatosa. So that's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Excellent.
And it's a great organization. So any questions you have, MrBobsUnderTheBridge.org, headquartered in Grafton. The weekly outreach is at Kosciuszko Park in Milwaukee.
Yes.
They're very active on Facebook and Instagram. So there's many ways to find out more about Mr. Bob's.
Yeah, without a doubt. Absolutely. So cool. Hey, you're here on a big day. In about 5 minutes, we're going to have on one of those writer persons. Author Lisa C. Paul is here.
She's gonna be bringing the collective IQ of this show way up.
I mean,
very happy.
The only direction to go is up, Jack.
That's right. Up, Jack.
Hey, absolutely. It's interesting. I have to talk about this stack of papers I have, and I was leafing through them today as my coffee was brewing, and I did a little math, which, again, for the collective IQ of the show.
Maybe you should have waited for Lisa.
I know. I was going to send her the numbers and see what she thought. But,
Can you do do you know gazintas?
Yeah, that's fine. But, these things, they ain't cheap anymore. In the old days, you'd plunk down 2 dimes and get yourself one of these newspapers, and then 2 more dimes to get you a cup of coffee, and and yourself some change.
Steps for the day.
Yeah, but the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, it's $3.25 an issue now, and the Wall Street Journal,
and it's thinner than ever.
Well, I'm not going to make any commentary on journalism of the day. I'm just talking about the finances here. Okay,
yep.
We'll say that for another
I'm with
day.
you. I'm with you, bro.
Wall Street Journal, $5, which is funny. This is the most expensive paper we have here, and this is for people who are kind of money conscious. It's interesting. The Wall Street Journal,
yeah, but it really has a good cross section of stories.
It does. Right, exactly. New York Times, $4. And if those of you doing the maths at home, and I got USA Today here, and that's about what I got here. That's about $3 as well. So you're looking at about $15 worth of news in my hand right here. But you know what? You don't have to spend a nickel, because if you come to the Cedarburg Public Library, this stack is waiting for you when our doors open at 9:30. I'll be sure they get up there in the right place.
Not before 9:30.
No. There are some who want to tap on the door. You know what's great? We do have some patrons who, I think we talked about this in the show before. They like to be the first person to crack the paper. There's something about that. To have, I don't like my paper unread. So they show up at our door at 9:31. Yes. They don't want it pre-folded, pre-wrinkled, whatever. So interesting stuff. Did you see the USA Today has an interesting story on the White House decor this year for the holidays? It's called, they're doing Home for the Holidays this year. And I have to give it to Ms. Melania. That's not bad. It's okay. I like that. I think the years prior, she kind of made it look like the Mirage. It was kind of a Vegas holiday.
I don't see the big hole in that picture where they took out the wing.
Oh, well, yeah. They're still working on that. Rome wasn't built in a day, Jack. Journal Sentinel's reporting today. We had this scary story in our school system in Milwaukee with the whole lead paint thing. I was just going on and on this story, and I'm interested. It's interesting because I wonder. I don't feel like there was a big backlash for that, and nobody's like taking a fall for that. But doesn't it strikes me that like if there's that much lead paint in our schools that hasn't been addressed after all this time, that
must not be bad.
Isn't there a roster of names that we can
that means
send up the river?
It's no big deal.
Yeah, okay. Jack's running for office next year, as you can hear.
Lisa Paul's an attorney. Maybe she can advise us on that.
Oh, great. I'm sure she'll be thrilled to know that turning her loose on the Milwaukee public school system here. So nice stuff. Anyway, that stack of newspapers, all the news that's fit to print and less, are waiting for you here at the Cedarburg Public Library. Come on in.
So if you want to do that, Jeff, where are they located in the library?
So if you go to the second floor, you'll have to see me. I'm on the second floor.
Nothing free. No such thing as a free lunch.
So you'll go past me. Do not collect $200 and go straight to the back of the building, facing the post office here, and you will find our periodical section along with about 35 to 40 magazines that you don't have to buy either anymore. You can just come to your library, and you can even check out past issues if you have a library card, or unlike Jack, a library card without a phone.
I have a serious question. Are the periodicals that you have, because they still call them periodicals, the magazines?
I do.
Okay. Are they from like 1973? Are they up to date?
Oh, they're up to date. Yeah, no. We only keep about a year's worth retroactively. Okay. Otherwise,
okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I think we'd have and breathing issue. And
this is kind of a segue into, I guess. Do you guys still use microfiche?
I call it microfilm because I'm from America. Fiche is a French word, I think. But, and actually, well, I'm glad you brought that up. Linda's going to love this. My boss. We had a organization digitize all of our microfiche last year, and now they're all available online. I'll bring up the link tomorrow, not today because we're pressed for time. But it's really cool, and they made our microfilm searchable. So actually, everything was digitized and searchable. So if you're looking for a birthday party from 1926 that may have happened up the road here, it's much easier to find as opposed to spinning. So that's a beautiful thing.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Last question.
Please.
Does anyone ever ask about use the term microfiche?
They do. I'm not sure how that got out there.
That's one of the greatest words ever.
I blame you.
It's just great.
Like everything else in my life, I blame you. So that works out well. Hey, let's bring in a guest.
Yes,
I wish I could play her out with Doc Severinsen in the band, but instead I'm going to show you the cover of her book, and this is Swimming in the Daylight. Lisa Paul is...
See the connection, microfiche?
Her name, and yes, very good. And Lisa, hello and good morning.
Hey, good morning, you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, welcome to the show. It's nice to have you.
Hey, you're welcome. It's a little bit out of my usual Zoom comfort for work, so...
Oh, we do that all the time. We like breaking comfort zones is our specialty here.
Good.
And in fact, we have just terribly difficult questions to answer. And every guest who's ever been on the show has to start with this question, which is, do you prefer crunchy or creamy?
It's got to be crunchy.
Yes.
You have a home here on the Jack Henke
Okay,
Show.
All right.
Not only is
off.
the right answer, she
Pressure
said
is
it's
off.
got to be. There's no doubt. I love it. Thank you.
Now you're going to be a regular. Sorry.
That's great. Well, welcome to the show. We're thrilled to have you. I understand we have the pleasure of meeting you because you met Linda Eastwood, who is the director of the library, at an event recently.
Yes, it was very nice to meet her and for her to put me in touch with you two.
Well, this is great. We've been researching your book, and Jeff's been reading your book, and he thinks it's fantastic.
Three chapters in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, it's really it's one of those great. I'm a fiction guy, but I love nonfiction that is more story based and personal and readable. And you did that. And it's fascinating. I would recommend it to anybody who even just I'm not sure about nonfiction. This is a great story right out of the gate. Like, you didn't waste any time, and I love that. So
thank you so much.
Good read.
It's always just thrilling to me that more than my parents and my husband read my book. So thank you so much.
Oh my goodness! You had a lot of attention. You garnered a lot of interest in this, and it's fantastic the way you did it. And you even had a scholarship named.
I did.
And this fantastic. A lot of people want to do things, but you pulled it off. That's fantastic.
The scholarship I had was active for my friend Ina Mayman when I was a student at the University of Minnesota, and then, years later, a generation later, when I published my book, I wanted to go back and have an event there. But I just didn't want to be a talking head in front of a microphone to students who weren't even alive when the Soviet Union existed. And so
Sure.
I got this idea just to do a human rights award in her name and sort of, pass it on, pay it forward, and inspire a student of this generation. So that was really, I did that for 10 years. That was really that was just really great.
You're a doer. You don't just do it for like 6 months. You're in it.
We'll talk about doer, Jack. This is like, when Lisa was in college, most of us, like I was at UWM, the most exotic thing I did was go to the guest house in the basement. She went to Russia.
Yes.
So that's huge.
Yeah. How did that come? Lisa, could you share that with us? How did this start? How did you have to go to Russia?
The short story, because you only gave me 15 minutes of time, is that I had done a Soviet studies semester in 1982, just because I was interested in the Soviet Union and Soviet history. And then a year later, at the University of Minnesota, there was an announcement that in my Russian language class, that an American family in Moscow wanted to hire a nanny. And Paul Smith worked for Caterpillar Tractor Company there. Mm-hmm. And so that's really how it happened that quickly. And just really from the beginning, I think I was just pulled into this path, to follow, because it's crazy the way this all happened. And I found myself, in the middle of, I met a Soviet dissident who I like to say was, just like the Nelson Mandela of the Soviet Union. That's what that group was like. And I didn't go there to try to find them, and as a Soviet Jew, I'm a Catholic from Appleton, Wisconsin. I didn't even know about the Soviet Jewry movement. So it was really, this path that kept unfolding to me, and I kept following. And I can only just say I was just very lucky all along the way.
Well, tell us, how did you meet Ina? How did that?
So she had been a teacher of English at a university in Moscow, and when she applied to immigrate, she lost her job and was denied a visa to immigrate. And so she became part of this refusnik community, which was a term for people in the Soviet Union who had applied to immigrate, got denied, and then were just sort of persona non grata within the Soviet Union. And they had a community of sorts. And her husband, Noam Mayman, was a very well-known human rights activist. He was with a group with Sakharov and very well-known dissidents in the Soviet Union, and he was one of them. So they were unusual in that they weren't afraid to interact with foreigners. And Ina had tutored Americans in Moscow in Russian from journalists to diplomats, and even someone like me, a nanny. And I took an American friend of mine who was a nanny my first year, studied with Ina, and I took her place as a student my second year when Michelle returned to the States. So it just was really to study Russian with her. And if Jeff, you read the first chapter, you can see how that just kind of unfolded, because as it was back then, and that was 1985. I got to get my years straight. Americans were very discreet about their Russian contacts, and it's just like less information was more. So really all I had from Ina about Ina was her phone number, what I just told you about how she had been a professor of English. And I knew that she had had cancer, but it was in remission. And so like I said, I didn't really know who she was married to or what her plight was. And so what's kind of cool about it is this friendship develops just between a tutor and a teacher and a student. And along the way, we both get to know each other. And she becomes really my confidant, and somebody that because I saw her every Monday, she was someone that I could just talk about my life there with.
Yeah, it's interesting in the early chapters how something like Nescafe becomes
right, exactly.
capital. There's capital there,
right.
I mean,
yeah.
And I remember that. It's funny how much of the '80s came kind of, and the situation
right.
in the Soviet Union comes rushing back while I'm reading your book,
right.
because I'm remembering, Andrei Sakharov having, Jason Robards playing him on an HBO movie, and that getting that idea out that we didn't really, appreciate, and stuff like Moscow on the Hudson with Robin Williams. I mean, it was a really different time for Russia and America, and I'd sort of forgotten about all that. And your book brought a lot of that back in a really, really interesting way. So,
and that's really this first meeting with her, when we're just talking, and she's sort of screening me if I would be a good student, and I ask her, well, how would I pay for the lessons? And she liked Nescafe coffee, and I could get those at a store. I could get that coffee at a store with foreign currency.
Sure.
And so she said, and if you can bring an extra one, we can send it to our friend in Gorky. And she was referring to Sakharov, who was exiled there at the time, internal exile. And I was like, are you talking about Sakharov? Like, who are you? Where am I?
Wow. Absolutely. Yeah. It's, we like to talk about the creative process on this show. And I have to ask you, like, how did the writing of the book come along for you? Was it an easy, it's never easy, I guess that's the wrong term, but was it a smooth process, or did you hit some, bumps along the way?
And I'll try to be really brief on this, but I had never had an ambition to write this story. And then when you finally get to the epilogue, you'll get some insight into that. But I was in my mid 40s, and my mother had Alzheimer's, and I was really struggling with that. And I got to this place where it was, my book is about finding hope and despair, and or in the midst of despair. And Ina was that was her legacy in my life, right? And I got to this point in my life where I couldn't get to that. And it was really difficult for me. So I went back and I got her letters, and I started reading through them. And in that process, and her giving me hope to get through that time, I had this purpose to write the story, which was, if I can share this story and inspire others to find hope in dark times, then I'm going to try to do it. And so I just had this, this commitment or focus that I'm going to write it as best I can, and I'm going to try to do all I can to get it published. And if at the end of the day I just have it from beginning to end for my family, then that would be great. And if it can be, if I don't leave any stone unturned and I just try to get it published and it gets published, well, then I'll know it's a story that could be published. So it was in that place. And then I just set out, and I had journals, and I had a pretty good outline of it, but I had to really take a deep dive. And I met someone who was a associate professor at UW Milwaukee who was reading chapters and editing as I went.
Nice.
And yeah, so I just dug in, and it's kind of interesting to think of it now because my daughters were, my older daughter Catherine, who's 27, last night reminded me that she and her sister were pretty young when the book happened, and I would sit up at night after everybody went to bed, and I just got in the zone. And I think you've had other authors on the show. They'll probably describe that same process. It's, you just get focused, and it's like anything anybody does that decide to try to do something important. If you can get in that zone and pursue it, it's you're pretty lucky.
Absolutely.
And the book was very well reviewed. I saw some saying it's a very inspiring memoir, which is fantastic. It's really nice.
Yeah, thank you very much. I did get some very meaningful reviews, and you showed the hardcover. The paperback, I actually got a foreword from Natan Sharansky, who's one of the most prominent. Well, prominent's kind of a different sort of word to use for a Soviet dissident, but he was one of the. And actually, when I was during my activism for INA, he was at that time. Sharansky was in a prison in Siberia, and I was, and then he got released, right? And he was sort of my inspiration during my activism for INA, and so it was very meaningful for me to have that forward from him.
Absolutely, yeah. I have to, in our final moments here, I guess I have to ask you, as a obvious experience with Soviet Union, now Russia, and I mean, how do you have hope for that region?
Right?
I mean,
yeah, I know it's there was that time of perestroika and openness, and they were going the other direction, and then I think Putin just took that role that is just so historically suitable for a Soviet leader, and it's right. It's just time, and I thought there just really isn't. As an American, I come from a country and a history where people can stand up and fight, and we have these freedoms. And the Soviet Union and now Russia is actually the opposite.
Yeah.
And so that kind of civil movement that you might want to see in a country like that, there just isn't a lot of fertile soil for that. And it's interesting, not only Ina and her husband Noam, but that was what was so extraordinary about my time there, is I met a few of those people in that time that really stood up to try to voice opposition, and there went their life as they knew it. They were either sent to Siberia or exiled, and so I think it's just it's a lot. It's a little bit insurmountable to try to change that regime and change Putin right now, and you can see those measures that he's taking against anyone that tries to oppose him.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, it's so different than. Yeah, so different than the Soviet Union that you knew, and then what Russia is now, and yet it's not like it's better. It's just a different kind of.
I mean, and I pay attention, and I can, you see the people that get some sort of voice and recognition in opposition, and some sort of adversity comes upon their way.
For sure. Yeah. Wow. Well, I mean, it's a great story, and I'm enjoying the book immensely. I'm gonna make sure my nonfiction buyer gets a copy here for our library, so we have that out there, so people who watch this can come on in and check it out, and you'll get more reads.
Thank you so much.
A beautiful thing. Absolutely.
No, it's a pleasure, and it's a thrill to share the story whenever I can. So it was really nice of Linda to reach out to you and for you to invite me on the show.
Well, she wanted to know if we could behave with an adult, and I think we passed. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. I just wanted to say in leaving that, even your title is fantastic. I mean, it could be, so it grabs you for the weight of the book. It was an excellent choice, and I just really think it's one of those things you keep going back. Yes. So congratulations.
If you do read the book, Jack, you'll it'll connect because
Yes.
it's really a story Ina told me and about a little fish that's too afraid to swim in the daylight, and that's sort of what the symbolism was of
It's
that.
possible to swim through the treacherous waters in daylight and not in despair. And that's what
Right.
it's very relevant today. So thank you very much. It's been a
Absolutely.
pleasure.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Hey, all right, Lisa. Nice to meet you. And come back again.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Love to
Yes.
talk to you again. All right.
All right.
Take care.
Take care.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice holiday season. Thank you. Take care. That is Lisa Paul. She is the one who wrote this very book, Swimming in the Daylight. Apparently, this is the hardcover. There's a soft cover out there as well.
Yeah, with the new, I did see the thing that there was a new forward, and it would be interesting to see that
absolutely.
as well.
I'm going to see if we can actually maybe get if she'd be interested in an author event here.
I was going to
at the
say
library.
hello.
So yeah, well, I mean, it's we've just begun the process here.
Yeah.
So but beautifully written. It's one of those where actually, if you think nonfiction, oh boy, it's a page turner. It actually is a page turner. You really want to, she hooks you right away in a really cool way. So yeah, good stuff. If you're an author of a self-published book or even a traditionally published book, we'd love to have you on the show because it's a topic we like to talk about here.
Yes, and
Yeah.
you should consider having her at your Wednesday.
That would be great. I would, yes, that was another.
That'd be inspiring to people of a different kind of story because so much better with
Yeah,
fiction.
without a doubt. Yeah, we don't get
As long as you don't have that one guy.
Oh, stop! You be nice. My
question.
God, do I have to play the
Jeez.
theme again?
No, but you do have to play the hometown heating and air conditioning and electric.
Quick on the draw. Quick on the draw. Look at that. I got the graphic up right away.
Excellent.
This very broadcast, this week's broadcast of the Jack Henke Show, they're all brought to you by Hometown Heating, Air, and Electric, proudly serving our neighbors with honest, reliable comfort solutions right here in our community. Visit hometownheating.com to learn more.
Excellent.
And they're a nice bunch to help out a library and the friends and
such nice people.
This is obviously their their air conditioning too, but heating. Your furnace goes out, then guess what? You're going to be on the horn to the hometown people right away, aren't you?
It's a good option.
Yes.
Check them out online. They have the Google reviews are always golden for them and they should be. People think
Off
they're
the
nice
charts.
and explain. Yeah, so very good.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Tomorrow, we got AJ Bocchini. He's going to come in and explain all the sports.
We got
stuff
AJ
to
at
us.
8:15, and then he and I are doing a sports mafia that we're going to have a refreshed link for.
Oh yes, it'll be
10
so
a.m.
fresh.
At
It'll be
10
piping hot
at 10 a.m.
Yes.
Well, you could,
yeah.
you could. Lisa could be a regular guest. You could ask her like, "What was the food like? What was this like?"
There's
just
so
things,
much.
Yeah,
and she gets into that in her book beautifully. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like it's almost like, even though it's nonfiction, because it's set in like the 80s in the former Soviet Union, it feels like almost like you're reading a science fiction book because it's like a different planet, and there's world building that goes along with that, and she builds it really well. So that was very cool. Maybe AJ can talk about those amazing bucks. So it was great. I heard this morning on the radio on another network that I guess Giannis always likes to talk to the press after a game. Yesterday he was like, "I'm out. No talk. We're not talking." So things aren't going so well in the Deer District, I hear.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Yeah,
I wasn't aware.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
It's tough for me to. It's so early and the season is so long.
The L column apparently is much larger than the W column right now.
Oh, that's no good.
Yeah, not so good.
Okay.
But AJ, I'm sure, will explain all that to us.
Yes.
So that is good. Fantastic, everybody. Hey, we're 5 minutes overtime, but we need to be because we had a esteemed guest. And so
Author?
that is author. Yes, exactly. So that's wonderful.
All right. So
this was great.
Linda got one right.
She gets it right every day in every way. She's my boss. So that's how that works.
You are so pathetic. It's just you got one, Linda.
I got another. Give us two. We'll take another one because that was a really good one, actually.
That's right.
At least
that's
right. Great guest. So
it's a good way to get your week going and appreciate what you have here.
Yeah, that is definitely what you're going to get from that book, without a doubt. So, cool, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in to the Jack Henke Show, and thank you, Hometown Heating and Air and Electric, again for what they do.
MrBobsUnderTheBridge.org.
That's the one. We'll see you tomorrow.